Hello everybody, hope you can both hear and see me and hope you're doing well. Welcome to Friday night. Fishy, hello. We're having chat issues again in that I can't see the chat where I normally see the chat, which is here. So nothing new for a Friday other than we're having some technical difficulties. But we shall try to persevere nonetheless. I've just rebooted everything, but it's not making a blind bit of difference. Wonder if I redock, will that make any difference? No, it won't. I'll try loading it up again. Because I do like to say hello to everybody, and normally I can say hello. Oh, there's a new version. Maybe we should do that. Oh, that seems far too complicated. Another day, another day. But I can see some people, so I can't put your names up here. But you know what you said, so you know you said hello. Elaine, I just went for a mile walk. I've added 1 mile. I've assumed it's just 1 mile. I went for a mile walk. I hope I can stay awake. Well, I am very boring, so I will try not to speak too slowly and too soothingly. Applegal's in, saying it's 5 p.m. here in Newfoundland. No issue with staying awake for this stream. For me, that doesn't make a difference. 5 p.m., 1 p.m., 1 a.m. I can fall asleep anytime, anywhere, any place. It's kind of my superpower. I have lots of jealous people that really want to be able to do that, and I can just do it. Yeah, I'm going to sleep now. I can sleep standing up, sitting down, lying down, the whole thing. Lily from a warm and sunny Bolton. Nice to see you, Lee. Stuart's in, saying hello. Hello, Stuart. Hans from Sweden. Tommy's here as well. Graham Holbrook, Jersey, CI, Dave. Simon's in. Elaine's still awake so far. Kept busy making coconut pancakes. Does that sound nice or horrific? I generally don't like coconut. Like, the Bounty is the least favourite of all chocolate bars because it's coconut. I can't. Pancakes is kind of universal though. You can't make a pancake bad, so I don't know. Whatever keeps you busy. Mary Oliver, nice to see you, Mary. Juggler's in. Forgot the title again. One day your intro. I know I should really have it like plastered on the wall. What are we calling it? Fishy Business. Fishy Business number 225. Nice to see you all. Thank you for coming. Adam says, just let me know when you're ready for a fishy question. I'm always ready for a fishy question. So while Adam furiously types in his fishy question, for those of you who are new here, welcome. I am an aquarium. I am an aquarium channel, but this is a little bit more free form on a Friday night. I'm going to do a couple hours of fishy questions, non-fishy questions, games, quizzes, whatever we can fit in. So feel free to say hello if nothing else, but if you've got any questions, whether it's about fish, the channel, the weather, whatever it might be, feel free to jump in the chat, say hello. We have a thriving community. You're all very friendly. So yeah, just jump in and say hello. We will be doing a quiz round about 12:30. This is week 2 in August quizzing. I have totted up all the points from last week, even though I didn't have anything ready at the time, but we're there, we're good to go. Let me see if I just rebooted the PC, so I've closed everything, but let me see if I can show you the current standings. So you see what you have to beat. It'll be under quiz, because that's usually where I put the quiz stuff. It's like I've done this professionally. If I show you this little face, that's the current standings. So in first place we have Juggler with 75,000 points. fair old distance away from SJH. Fat Kids is in third, Stevie P's in fourth, Error 404, who's been doing well the last couple of months, is in fifth at the moment. And then you can see all the rest in there. The one thing I'll ask, if you were here last week, so plants@aa.co.uk, I sell plants. Make that your name this week, otherwise I may miss your points. But we'll kick that one off about past, and then we definitely will have an eliminator, which is an instant win game. Well, instantish. It's a themed quiz. Tonight I have a new theme, and I can't decide whether it is impossible or too easy. So we'll have to wait until we get to that bit. Where did we get to in the comments? Is the comments working? No, the comments aren't working. Why would the comments work? That would be too easy. Make the comments work. I have another idea. Just bear with me. It annoys me when the comments don't work. I spent hours trying to fix this. My channel. Let's talk amongst yourselves for a second while I try and figure this out. Put myself on mute. I have another idea. Just bear with me. It annoys me when the comments don't work. It does annoy me when the comments don't work. YouTube video ID. Put that in there. Click OK. Don't know if anything happened there. Oh, we might have done something. Somebody say something quick. So Adam said, let me know when you're ready for a fishy question. I'm ready for a fishy question. Of course I am. Whenever you are. Now, do I click on this? Who knows? Yay! Yay! It's working. Sorry, that may be a bit. Right, where did I get up to in the questions? Let me just minimize all this and get rid of it because it's annoying slightly. Mary Oliver says, yay, Brian the Fish. Wait to come back them silver dollar stealing Brian's debut. Well, Brian is still... We've got a couple more weeks before Brian gets his upgraded new dig, so he's in there. He's got an extra couple of silver dollars in there to hopefully save them for a little bit. Graham says, did you get the help you needed with your app? I did. Thank you very much, everyone who reached out to help eventually. It's quite a humbling moment that I had. I've got, what, 90,000 subscribers, and I couldn't convince 12 of them to download the app. So I was a bit like, yeah, but so thank you for all that did help me. So I've now got that, but please keep it going for the next 2 weeks. I have had some feedback of some little bugs, so it has actually been really useful. We can fix those bugs and then get the actual production release. Should be quite good. So we'll get that sorted. Hans says, question, does your fluval lights remember the time after a power outage? Mine always resets the time, so I have to go and connect them or sync up again. They do. I should have mentioned that in the video. Mind you, they always do. What they don't do is go back to whatever program they were on. So they always remember the time, but they go into like a manual state, not even a manual in the app, like a manual I'm on but not on, so a manual standby. So there's a bit of a quirk here. So the reason we're talking about this is I've recently released a Fluval video, so it's my 6-month review of the new Fluval Plant 4.0, which I've released, and it's gone tanked. I thought that'd be quite a popular video idea, but clearly not. But anyway, I released that one today. It was the 6-month review, which I thought, you know, I've got to know a bit. I've had it, got to know all the quirks and stuff. That'll make an interesting video. But in this garage, the garage circuit is on the same circuit as my electric gates for the driveway at the bottom, and the gates are buggered. So every time I try and open the gates, it trips the circuit in here, so all the power goes out. and I have to go in, when I get the power back on, I have to go in and just connect to every single FluVal device that I've got. As soon as I connect to it, it wakes up and remembers that it's, oh yeah, I'm meant to be on a timer, oh yeah, I'm meant to be whatever. But when I open the app, it knows what it's doing, and everything, it can see everything. I don't have to reconnect, like resync to it. I just have to connect to the light, make it do it, which is annoying. Somebody did, in my last FluVal video that I did, somebody did mention a way to do that, but I could not find it. So it's no great shakes. Aquatic Moose is saying, I am new here. I don't believe you. You've not been for a while, so we'll give you that. Welcome back. Graham, why is there only 2 silver dollars in Brian's tank? Where are the rest you're going to put in? They are still in the other tank because they're bloody hard to catch. And what I have to do shortly, because we're upgrading this tank, so Brian's getting a new tank with the silver dollars, which is going to be a couple of feet extra in size. I'm going to have to put all those fish back in Mega Tank for a few days while the new tank comes in and I get it set up, and then they can all get back out again. So the silver dollars that are left are the bigger ones, so they're kind of being left alone by the bass in there. So it's a decision of effort versus can't be arseness. So effort versus can't be arseness. That's the same thing. It's a decision of can't be arseness / effort and risk. And I don't think there's that big a risk. I've not seen the other ones getting hunted, because these ones, although these ones are quite big, these silver dollars, the other ones are a lot bigger. So we should be okay. Ian H says, evening Big G and co. Evening Ian. The fact you've called me Big G, does that mean I know you in real life? I mean, it's not a big stretch to say. I wonder what G would be called. Big G or wee G or little G? Mountainous Plateau is me. That's fine. You can use the same one again, or if it doesn't let you for some reason, we'll just remind me. I'll write your name next to it. It's fine. Graham says, I'm not really a fan of my FluVal 4.0. It's okay, but not even close to the Cheerios. I want to say Cheerios, but I know that's not how you say it. But from now on, I'm going to say Cheerios. What I mean is Cheerios. It's not even close to that I have color-wise. I don't have one to compare it to. I know they're roughly the same price. And it is not a cheap light. So if you are looking for something, for me, as an avid enthusiast, but not an expert by any means, I know there are discussions about this sort of lights. I tried to mention in the video a little bit about the true RGB lights, like the Cheerios and the FluVals, that you can get like a more dialed in, out the box. It's more, this is the right spectrum, this is the right bandwidth, whereas the FluVal does take a lot of faff to get somewhere near that. But a lot of the presets and things like that were fine for me. Like, I literally switched on those four FluVal 4.0s, tried a few of the presets and went, oh, that one is just, I had a literal wow moment. I've not tried it against the Cheerios, so I don't know. I can't compare apples to apples. So I understand there is a little bit of difference, and I am probably naively doing this. I'm naively saying that I liken it a little bit to high-end audio, where I can buy, I don't know, an amp, a CD player, and some decent speakers for 500 quid. And sit that next to someone else who spent 5,000 quid or 50,000 quid. I can't tell the difference, and I think there's a little bit of that going on in the light world as well. So I am getting great growth with my plant. That's what I want. I want it to look nice, and I want it to help my plants grow. It looks nice, and it helps my plants grow. Is there some marginal gains by different brands? Possibly. I just don't know if I'm discerning enough to be able to tell. and I probably just don't know enough to be able to tell. So who knows? Right, I'm going to now switch over to mine, where I had the comments that said, "Oh no, you have a murderous fish too." Oh, who's that? Oh, that was Jersey CI saying my golden Grammy killed my new clown pleco. Oh dear. Grammys are getting a bad rep in this. Hans is going to be upset. I realised I've not. Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday. Mary Oliver says, yes, pen and paper on my side, right answers on, and I only enter my guess answer after the time ends. No timeout or scolding for me. Where's Brian? Don't know. Brian may have been sent to his bed by his mum. But yes, when we do play the quiz, please no answering in chat until the answers have been submitted. Rebecca, freshwater archaeology. Sorry I'm late. Not a problem. I mean, it's not school. There's no tardy points here. I'm thankful that everybody comes when they do. Totally forgot about your app. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I've merely mentioned it because I thought I sometimes think of it and go, wow, the number of people that are subscribed to my channels. And then I'll release a video and I'll get 1,000 views and I'll be like, there's 90,000 people that are subscribed. Why are only 1,000 of them watching the video? It's funny. It's both amazing and humbling at the same time. Han says, mine are the 3.0 and they keep the settings but start the clock at midnight. Oh no. Well, I don't have a 3.0. I do have some Aqua Skies. They might be, I don't know what the versions they are. Mary would like to point out that Brian the Fish has never been proven to be a murderer. His charge has been reduced to manslaughter. I'm pretty sure he did it. Stevie P, how are we doing? I haven't watched it yet, but the fact that Fluval hasn't shifted to a narrow bandwidth spectrum is really funny but sad. Well, that's probably a better explanation of what I was trying to say between the RGB versus what Fluval have. Yeah, I don't totally get it, if I'm completely honest. So I hold my hands up and say I don't really understand what the difference is. I just know most people who are properly into their plants and really understand it probably prefer the actual WRGB spectrum than what Fluval have done. But I maintain it works well enough for me. Cheerios are likely finally gaining popularity. Well, I'm going to have to learn how to say it then, aren't I? Fluval are getting more expensive and less relevant. I mean, yeah, I think they are a similar price, so maybe. Yeah, Graham's saying Fluval was about the same price. Storm function is completely pointless. I agree. I remember my first light that I got many, many years ago that had the storm function. And I was like, wow, look at this, everybody. Quick, family, kids, come and look at this. It's a thunderstorm in my fish tank. And I don't think I've ever used it since. It's been on every light that I've bought since, or been sent. I get it. It's a quirk thing, but I've never used it. The industry has also tricked us into equating light quality with plant growth. Just see, maybe I could be a sucker for this kind of thing, because that is one of the measurements. There's two things I measure light with. Does it make things look good, and do my plants grow well under it? And if it ticks those boxes, I'm like, successful light. So maybe I need to be educated. I'll need to watch more of your live streams, Stephen, and because I genuinely do like learning these things, but sometimes it's just a little bit over my head. So yeah, maybe I'm just using the. Everyone still go and watch my video and then comment how I've missed the point. That can be the deal we make. Quality is a lot of different. It is, yeah, and maybe that I'm just being stupid because I'm not articulating these things. I'm articulating from the. Maybe I'm providing the idiot point of view of idiot pretends to be expert and does review. Maybe I should just stay away from your ruse. I don't know. Owen Lewis says, hello, it's been a while. I've been doing great with my discus tank for over a year now, and I want to try out new discus food that's on your website. Could you recommend some dry food on there for me? I absolutely could recommend some dry food on there for you. It's one of my favourite things to do, is to shill. So if we go to my website, which is aquariumadventures.co.uk, and click on the shop button, as well as getting fantastic merch and things like that, you can click on the food button, and for discus, so these are the staples for my discus. I do feed some of the sticky pellet things, but the soft Artemia, that is my go-to staple for my discus and all my fish, to be fair. Bug flake I also feed because there are smaller fish in there, but the discus like them too. And the krill flake I've fed them. The sticky pellets, I feed them to the discus. More from making videos point of view. I mean, it's a good food. I'm happy to recommend it, but I'd more do it to get them to go to a certain area in the tank so as I can take a picture of them. Rather than oh, it's my favourite food and it's the most nutritious thing. But my number one is this soft Artemia. It's my favourite thing. If you want to get a smaller one, you can get it in the Tropical Trio, I think, where you can try it with some of the other foods. But yeah, you can try them. Try them all. They'll all be fine. Maybe not the algae wafers. But most of the other foods will work well. I'm very happy with the soft Artemia. It's one of my favourite foods. I think it works really well, and it does all the right things. Good colour, good growth, healthy fish. There we go. Shilling over. Did I just mute my... No, we're okay. Wonder if the storm function works with cool water change enhancing Corridora breeding. I have read that. I have tried it, but I've not noticed it being it. If anything, it pisses the fish off. So they're a bit like, what the fuck? I thought we lived in a fish tank. What? Now we're getting thunder and lightning in fish tanks. Oh, God, not into this. Fish Fam Link says, do you remember to hit the like and subscribe? Yes, people. That would be nice if you'd hit the like and subscribe. Let me just load up the quiz so as I can give people the link. Yeah, not how we do that. It's difficult to sort through the misinformation created by marketing. Fish food, for example. Oh, God, I've just done that as well. Oh, I'm 0 for 2 in topics I've tried to talk authoritatively on this evening. Yeah, so when I say the fish food is good, that's my opinion rather than any scientific exercise that I've gone through to prove it. I like using it, but I'm not a fish and I've only eaten it once. My quizzes. The storm function certainly doesn't put me in the mood. The one most important thing for a light is that you're happy with it. Yeah, and I think I tried to get that across, that the biggest thing that hit me was the day that I turned it on with, because I turned it on first with old lights that when I didn't have the flue valves, and I was like, wow, what a cool tank, it's 12 feet long, this is amazing. And then I put the flue valves on and I went, wow, I literally went, wow, it had the literal wow factor. So yeah, that's got to be one of the criteria of the reverse of buyer's remorse. You've got to keep looking at the tank every day. You do indeed. Right, I was getting the link for you, wasn't I? What week are we on now? Are we on 225? We are on 225. And there is the link for the quiz. And I will now pin that as some... Oh, I almost pinned the wrong one. Sorry, hang on. Someone reminded me to do last week. Animal foods in general are tricky, but a lot of marketing is for things all food contain and use the terms. Yeah, So when I was looking up, because I'm aware that there is this, not discontent with Fluval. So if you just search into Google Fluval plant 3.0, 4.0, whatever it is, you'll find loads of people that are happy with it and loads of people that have bought something else that are slagging it off. If you search for the thing that, so if we say the Cheerios, if you search for the Cheerios, you'll find loads of people that are really happy with it and loads of people that have bought something else and slag that off. So there is an innate human bias question going on here. But when I tried to research it as to what it is about those things, it was that, very much going to use layman terms here, but that tighter spectrum of useful light that your RGBs give you over the Fluvals, which are generally white LEDs trying to create different levels of color. So you have to do a lot of tailoring to get anywhere near what something else gives you out the box, is my general understanding. Fully prepared to be completely wrong about that. I think the main thing is that Fluvals are quite expensive. So they're as expensive as the other ones that do that thing anyway, which is a kind of no-name brand. That's unfair. Not a no-name brand. They're not a Fluval. So Cheerios are not Fluval. They don't have the same history. They don't have the same cachet, if you like. Lots of, for a time you could only buy them on AliExpress and things like that in certain places, which put people off. Fluval is likely going to be in your local fish store. You can get it on Amazon, all those kind of things. So you are paying for that a little bit, I guess. So when the other things start to be not just as good as Fluval, but demonstrably better in some areas, that's a kind of difficult thing for big brands like Fluval, because you're paying for a cachet of using a name that's not only been caught up with, but maybe exceeded in a little bit in some areas anyway. So again, I don't know if I fully understand all the subtleties and intricacies of the lighting requirements, the discussion at all, to be honest. But I tried to do my best from a layman's point of view of, this is my experience of owning the light. And I'm still happy to recommend it. I mean, I have made plenty of videos of things I've been given for free that I've been more than happy to slag off because they're terrible. And I did give a couple of negative things that do annoy me about them. But in general, I'm really happy with them. Would I be really happy with some Cheerios? Maybe. Probably. Everyone that's got them seems to like them, so I don't know why I wouldn't be. Right, where did we get up to? Let's spend the rest of the stream poking holes in grey. That would not be hard, and also would probably not be the first time either. I'm trying to think of a subject that I can talk authoritatively on without reproach. Don't think there is one. My proper job, depending on what day it is sometimes solutions architect, and the requirement is to know a tiny little bit about everything. But the perception of other people is, I'm meant to know everything about everything. That's just not the case. And I kind of take that same approach to fish keeping. I know a tiny little bit about all of it, but I'm not an expert in any of it. Who knows? Who knows? There is the link for the quiz for those of you who are thinking about it. There are only 5 people joined at the moment. Fluval is tripping for some reason. That's what they say anyway. Oh, I don't know what that is. But fish food, I find most reviews don't consider nutrition. It could be rice paper, like some pond diets are, and still get good reviews. Yeah, I mean, there's still... very hard for me not to look guilty of exactly the same thing, but there are still so many reviews out there of things that people have. It's not even stuff they've been given for free. It's things people want to make a video about. So I've been in this situation myself where I'm like sitting here going, I've not put a video out in a week. What can I make a video about? And you think about it from the creator point of view, and it's like, well, anything. What do I have to do today? Let's just film that and talk about it. So you see them going, Well, if I'm going to feed this softer to me, let's make a video about this. And it's more problematic to make a negative video than it is to make a positive video. And most people care about that. Sometimes you've been sent this for free. Sometimes the people that send you for free insist you give a positive review or insist some editorial control. The one thing I'll say about Fluval is they've never told me, they've never asked to see a video before I've made it. They sent me those lights without even asking me to make a video. They didn't, please make a review. And I haven't for 6 months. Loads of other ones are, and the reason I don't do a lot of reviews is because most of them insist on some kind of editorial control. So I'll give Fluval that in their favour. But yeah, there's so many reviews of things, whether it's fish food, gardening equipment, hi-fi stuff, cars. It's either I've been provided it for free and I have sold out a little bit, so I have to say the talking points that were given to me, or I've run out of things to say, so I'm going to make a video, and it's better to make a positive one than a negative one sometimes. They just go down better. Unless you go all in with this is the worst thing ever. But then you kind of burn your bridge with that brand, as they say. I have a 60-second short that briefly explains the difference in the narrow spectrum bandwidth. I will look at that. We might even look at it together later. I got copyright strike last week for playing Sepultura, so I can get a copyright strike this week by playing Stevie P's video. I like my Fluval stuff generally. All my heaters are from them. Yes. I very much feel like I've lucked out by being provided with lots of things by Fluval for free, because even before I was getting stuff from them, I used a lot of their stuff. In fact, I'm still using an FX5 that I bought myself on Big Mega Tank. Right, how are we about ready? We're 5 minutes over time. There's only 7 people playing the link. Nobody wants to play my quiz anymore. Is my quiz that unpopular? I didn't find Huger. Yeah, and that's why I've done Huger reviews, because they have a more realistic approach to things. They don't. So I've had a couple of times where they've said, "Oh, you told me that." No, I've made a couple of reviews. Like, one of the things they sent me was like a 6-in-1 aquarium maintenance thing, and if I could be bothered, I would dig out the email trail. There's loads of emails me going, "I don't want it. Oh, please, just take it and make a video." I'm like, no, it'll be rubbish. I don't want it. And they insisted. I'm like, fine. They gave me it. I made a video going, "There's 6 things in here. 5 of them are shit, but this one's all right." They were like, "Oh, thank you for focusing on the positive, but you wrote negative with the rest of it." And I was like, "I told you I would be. I'm not taking it down." They were like, "No, we're not asking for that. That's fine." There's also like 4 people at Huger, or 3 people at Huger, who all compete for me to do the thing, and I've been copied in the emails from them between each other, where they're like, "Oh, this is Janice from Huger. Would you like this?" And I'm like, "Well, no, I really want a big heater." "All right, we'll send you one of them." And then I get one from Dave at Huger, who says, "Oh, would you like a heater?" "I've already got one from Janice." And then I'll see an email from Dave to Janice going, "Why are you burning into my customers? He's mine now. Go ahead." It's quite funny. But yes, Huger, Fluval have never asked me to do any editing. I've had to ask Fluval, "Is there any specific talking points you want me to cover? Like, what is the main features of this thing? Why is this better than another one?" To have to drag it out of them, rather than most of them are like, "Would you like to try this thing? Please say these." I'm usually fine with "please cover these talking points." So if you have made a product and you want me to cover what it does, yeah, of course, tell me what it does, and I'll say this is what it meant to do. What you don't get to do is how well it did it, I guess. And Huger and Fluval have never done that. I don't think there's any others that have never done that. I've worked out some deals with some where we've had a bit of back and forth, and eventually landed on agreeing that I don't have to do that. There was one for, what was it called? Habistax. It's like a 3D printed prototype tubular planting system, and it was fine. And I made the video about it, and I wasn't even negative about it. I was like, yeah, I can see why this would be useful in some tanks. That'd be great. And they went apoplectic with rage that I released the video without letting them see it first. And I was like, I told you I was going to. I don't get why you're upset about it. Who knows? Right, where did I get to? 8 people. We're up to 9 people now. 9 people now, Rebecca. Come on, let's make it around 10. We're up to 10. We're almost ready to go. There we go. There's all 10 of you. Oh, we've got one final question. So, before we start this, what's your opinion on Seachem Garlic Guard? Do you find it works for the more fussy discus? No. Well, that might be unfair. Maybe. I have used it, but I'm not sure it made any difference. So I'm going to go with no. I do have some other tips on how to get more fussy discus to eat. It's not really using additives like that. Right, are we ready, everybody? Good luck. Remember, it's just a bit of fun. Zenny's not here, and I deliberately limited my amount of geographical questions. But anyway, good luck. Here's question 1. What does the intranet acronym TLDR mean? Does it mean too long, didn't read? The last detail removed? Tell less, do research? Or too late, don't reply? I don't think garlic ever makes a difference. I'm kind of the same, yeah. I did use it in my DIY food for a while, but it's more because people told me to rather than any real evidence showing me why. It stands for too long didn't read. Oh, Stephen keeps freezing. I'm going to have you. I didn't do that on purpose. It's not because you were questioning me. I'll give you a couple of seconds to try and refresh it or log back in again. Stephen likes to have 2 or 3 goes at the quiz every week. His name always comes up multiple times. I'm too old for this acronym. Surely not. I'm old, and I know this acronym. In fact, I use it on an almost daily basis. Right, next question. Round 2. In what year did Neil Armstrong first step onto the moon, reciting the famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind"? That was almost a good impression, no? Mary guessed A for the last one. You were correct. You can keep score on your own. I'll add it in at the end if you want. Paul McCarthy. How we doing, Paul? Nice to see you. It was 1969. Lots of you getting 5,000 points on that one. Rebecca, only 4,850. Did you take a while to slide it over there? Or were you a bit off? Total standings. Oh, Juggler's just in the lead on his own. Ahead of Applegal. Question 3. In aquascaping? Oh, God. I can always not read this. What is the closest Kelvin rating preferred for a daylight look in planted aquariums? Stephen will be having some kind of rage bit at the moment. Keith's in. Hello, KJE Aquatics. Nice to see you. It was 6,500 was what I thought. Was that actually correct? I think it's between 55 and 6,500 is the normal daylight thing. Zen isn't here because she's at the vet getting a checkup on her cat. Oh, she finally got her back. Hey, we should have some cheers for that. Congratulations if you ever watch this. That was a proper excursion that cat was on. Right. Well, we had another Punami instance here. A dog-related one. One of my dogs isn't very well. I'll talk about that later because no one needs to know that. Question number 4. Pinpoint the location. So closest to the map, closest on the map gets the most points. Where is the Golden Gate Bridge? And I want the centre of the bridge. I don't want no... Well, it's in this state. That will get you points, but it won't get you 5,000 points. If you want 5,000 points, I want you in the centre of the bridge. You get a little bit longer because I know it's hard for people on tablets and things to finagle your way down. Let's see where people are guessing so far. Oh, I thought we would have more people bang on it. Somebody's up here in Vancouver. Somebody's down in LA. Apple Gal. Someone else. Right, time to ridicule everyone's guesses. It was, of course, in San Francisco. There you go, right in the middle of the bridge. Somebody's drowning. Elaine's in trouble. Send the lifeboats for Elaine and Lee. But Fat Kid, Stevie P, SJH, Era 404, all getting 5,000 points. Wanted you to bang in the middle of the bridge. Wrong bridge. Is that Adam? And who is down in here? Tommy and Applegal down in LA. At least nobody was in Africa. Well done, everyone. Question. Well, let's have a look at the standings. Juggler still in front. Well done, Juggler. Go on to question number 5. In a reboot of the late 80s film franchise, who takes the starring role in this 2025 comedy film, The Naked Gun? Is it Russell Crowe, Liam Neeson, Robert Downey Jr., or Jason Statham? I don't know why, but I quite fancy seeing this. It was, of course, Liam Neeson. Question number 6. Hang on. Stop the presses. Hello, is that the media? I have a story for you. Rebecca's never heard of this. A film made before the year 2000 that you've not heard of. My goodness. The Naked Gun was a series of films that were ridiculously stupid. They were based on a TV show. What was the TV show? Police Gang? Police... Oh, it says it on the thing. Police Squad, yeah. Where they just... the stupidest of jokes, but so many of them so quickly that it was actually funny. It was really good. Probably rubbish these days because I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so probably 30, 40 years. Yeah, but I thought it was funny. Juggler says, surely you've seen it, Rebecca. Don't call me Shirley. That would be the type of joke that would be in it. Anyway, moving on. Question 6. How many square feet are in a square yard? A nice simple maths question for you. That can be a challenge for you. If you're going to refuse to watch Die Hard, get Paul to take you out, or you take him out to go and see The Naked Gun. Tell me whether it's terrible or actually worth seeing. It was 9, of course. It wasn't that hard. There she is. Hi, folks. Just back from the vet. I missed the quiz, but wanted to say hi. Whoa, you missed your round of applause that we had for you earlier. Great news that you found the cat. I hope it all went well and it's all going to look good. I'm going to give you another round of applause just for you. If you do want to play the quiz, some points will be useful for you. I'll stick the thing down there. I think you can join halfway through. I'm not sure. I'm sure you can. But yes, congratulations, stupid cat. Standing so far, Juggler is on 29,663 points. Kind of 1,000 points ahead of Fat Kids, who is a couple of thousand ahead of Plants, who's a couple of thousand ahead of Mountainous, who's a couple of thousand ahead of Stevie P. That's kind of how it goes. Easy to make a comeback, though. There are some more challenging questions coming up later. And some easy ones. Right, question number 7. I've made myself an ice cream here for some reason. What's the name of this animated Microsoft Office assistant? Is it Clipper, Clippy, Clipit, or just fuck off, will you? I should have made D an actual answer because that's what most people called it. It was D, but it was actually C, Clipit. It was not Clippy. Did anyone get the right answer? Nobody got the right answer. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to Google this just to prove it. The paperclip character in Microsoft's Word, part of the Office Assistant, was called Clipit, though was commonly known as Clippy. And my question was, what was the original name? So nobody got an advantage or disadvantage by going for that because you all went for Clippy. But yes, everybody that's ever seen this has called it D at some point. Right, question number 8. What was the name of the late Hulk Hogan's character in Rocky 3? Was it Thunder Tits, Thunder Hips, Thunder Fist, or Thunder Lips? Thunder Tits, Thunder Hips, Thunder Fists, or Thunder Lips? It was Thunder Lips. It was not Thunder Fist, as so many of you thought. Yes. Apparently he was sacked by the WWE for taking this role, for bringing it into disrepute. You know it's a Graham question when he has to live Google the answer. Right, who got that one? Juggler got it. Adam got it. Who didn't get it? Lee missed out. Applegal, Elaine, SGH, Rebecca, Tommy, all missing out. So that would make me think that Juggler's still going to be in the lead. But as we go into question 9, let's see. What name has just been announced as the UK's most popular baby name for girls? Well, no, I think it is actually the most popular name as well. But is it A, Olivia, B, Isla, C, Amelia, or D, Lily? I don't know if it helps or hinders, but these are the top 4 baby names of the year for girls. But which one was number 1? It was Olivia for the 3rd year running, I think. So there's going to come a point in time where every woman you meet is going to be called Olivia. I think even my daughter, who's 13 now? Something like, I don't know, every time she's like, oh, who is such and such did something? Who was that? Oh, it was Olivia. What one? Olivia's 12. Right, okay. There's that many of them. Olivia and Olive, I think. Olive was quite big for a while too. I had to get that one. Have you got an Olivia? Yes, you do. What is the boy's name in the UK? I think it's Mohammed. Mohammed's the most popular boy's name. Find out. Most popular baby names of 2025. No, I don't want to sign up. The boys, the top 10 has stayed steady with favourites like Mohammed holding strong at number 1, followed by Noah, Leo, Theo, Oliver, and Arthur. There you go. It is Mohammed, yes. Right, question number 10. A zoo in Denmark hit the headlines after making an unusual appeal on social media. What did Aalborg Zoo ask for? Was it A, knitwear to keep tiger cubs warm? B, volunteers to muck out the elephants? C, people to read stories to penguins? Or D, unwanted pets to feed the predators? Yeah, I've done quite well with my kids. Because we had an agreement with Missy's Adventures that the boys would get Scottish names. So, well, I shouldn't tell you what their names are, but they're the only versions of those names in the entire school, not just the class. It was D, unwanted pets to feed the predators. Yes. I don't know why, but certainly in the UK, the media stories all about this have been like trying to create uproar about it, but everybody that they bring on, they're like, oh, there's a zoo in Denmark that's asking people to feed their unwanted pets to lions. Here we've got noted UK zoologists, Graham McGrahamface. What do you think of this? Outrageous behaviour. And the guy comes on and goes, brilliant idea, love it. Oh, They aren't actually like just chucking in an old dog into the tiger enclosure. They are getting euthanized first and all that kind of stuff. There you go. Tommy's going to do a story on it. I hope I haven't spoiled it for you, but yes, you should do. I think it's an interesting thing. Haggis Care will be an unusual name. A usual name, to be sure, yes. Oh, dear. My eyes have all started stinging. I hope they were asking for ones. No, it was like they were going to euthanize them first, but it was like if you're thinking of giving your pet up because you can't handle it, I think the system there is anyway that they put them into a pound, they get a certain amount of time, and then they're euthanized and dumped. They're replacing the and dumped part with and fed to the tigers. So it kind of makes sense, as grim as it sounds. Anyway, at the halfway point, Jugglers in the lead, few thousand ahead of Fat Kids, few thousand ahead of Plants. A good few thousand ahead of Plants. You've got some making up to do, Plants. Mountain, 28,000. Oh, it's not tight at the top today. Right, somebody unplug Juggler's laptop. Question number 11. In fish keeping, what does hardscape refer to? Rocks and wood decorations, equipment like filters and heaters, lights, or a printed background image? With spare guinea pigs, etc., being used in horses? Possibly, yeah. There was a place we went to. Where was it? Was it in the Netherlands? Spain? Somewhere in Europe, but they had, it was like a big cat place. And it was great. So I don't know if it was great. It was probably horrific, depending if you're from PETA or not. But they had loads of tigers, cheetahs, lions, and they all lived in massive enclosures. So like you basically didn't see any of the big cats because they had so much space. So for me, that was good. That looked great. But right in the middle of this park, they had a massive goat enclosure where you could go in and feed the goats and play with the goats and all that kind of stuff. I was like, has nobody else realised why they have a massive goat enclosure? And like there was loads of baby goats, and so my kids were in playing with the goats, going, "Oh, it's great! Oh, look at the goats! This is brilliant!" Oh, how come you don't get overrun? Because they were telling you like a goat will have 7 kit goats every 6 months. We have 300 goats. And like you could see all the kids going, well, hang on, if you have 300 and they're having 7 kids every 6 months, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why don't you have 20,000 goats? And I'm like, hello, think about it. You have a lot of tigers. Tigers like goats. Anyway, question 12. Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce formed which group? Is it Cream, the Yardbirds, Status Quo, or the Travelling Wilburys? It was Cream. Are these questions just too easy tonight for Juggler? Juggler, what don't you know? We might have to do like a reverse quiz where you give me your least favourite subject and I'll make some questions on that for the following week. Pardon me. Question 13. Looking for some pinpoint the location. Right, where are we? Where is Schiphol Airport? One for the Europeans, this one. Oh. Giving you a clue. I think I've heard of Eric Clapton. Dear. Never change, Rebecca. He was in another band. He was in the Yardbirds, and he had his own thing. He was Eric Clapton. The Top Gear theme tune. Was that true? Have I Mandela affected myself? The Top Gear theme tune, was that Eric Clapton? Layla, that was Eric Clapton, wasn't it? I don't know myself anymore. Oh, right, we've got someone is in Poland. Elaine's in Poland. I mean, that's not a terrible guess. I hope you got some points for that. Applegal's down in Serbia. Not in Serbia. Valerie. Hello, Valerie. If you have just subscribed, nice to see you. It was, in fact, in Amsterdam. CVP, again, for fuck's sake. Tommy, I mean, you're close enough, but yeah, if you zoom right in, you could probably see it. There's the airports. It's the weirdest airport I've ever been to. Because quite often from the UK, you land on this runway. So you're like, push, and you touch down there and you go, all right, I'm in the airport. Yeah, that's great. Still in the airport. Still in the airport. Still in the airport. Still in the airport. It's like the longest runway I've ever seen in my life. Then you go on this bit here. Okay, we'll taxi back this way. I'll taxi back this way. What? A motorway? We're crossing a motorway. And then you finally get to it. So it's like you land here at midday. You get here at 1:45. Stupid Dutch people. Anyway. So you were close. No cigar for some of you. Question number 14. Which is smallest? 3/8, 5/12, 7/16, or 2/5? Scott has just subscribed. What have I done that's made people subscribe all of a sudden? But thank you. Sorry if it's overly mathsy tonight. Seven sixteenths is smallest. Everyone's gone for 2/5, which makes me think I've got that wrong. I've got it wrong. According to AI, anyway. Yeah, I've got it wrong. 2/5 is 0.4, 7/16 is 0.438. Yep. Should stop doing math questions. Well, nobody got it right. Oh no, Tommy got it right. Nobody else got points off that. So only Tommy got points off that. So, Editor Graham, remember to take 3,781 points off Tommy's score. I should write that down. Or should I just let Tommy have it? We'll do a poll. Should we let Tommy keep his points? 3,781. Let's do a quick poll. Can we do quick polls? How do we do polls? Can't remember. Can Tommy keep his points? Yes or no? We'll let that run till the end of the quiz. The only reason I'm doing that is because it's less work for me to let him keep the points. Question number 15. What is sauerkraut? Is it pickled cabbage, beef sausage, vinegar dressing, or a grumpy German? Quizmaster's always right. Thank you. Yes, I am. At least one question will always have the wrong right answer. Sauerkraut is pickled cabbage. I'm pretty sure about that one. There's no working out to do with that. I had an interesting fact about sauerkraut and I've completely forgotten what it was. I've rebooted my computer. I had a thing about sauerkraut. Did you know it's like, this might not be true. Did you know it's illegal to have sauerkraut in the UK? Because it's like fermented pickled. The proper stuff's meant to be like fermented. Whereas the stuff we buy in the supermarkets called sauerkraut is just like pickled. It's not proper sauerkraut. And it can like have psychedelic properties and all this kind of stuff. I may have misunderstood some of that. Anyway, question number 16. Find the country. In which country is the city of Auckland? Where is Auckland? I had kimchi, which is meant to be... Yes, kimchi, Korean food. I love a bit of kimchi. Very, very spicy, but also fermented and pickled versions. In Sheffield, I don't know if it's like every city. In Sheffield, we have loads of Chinese and Asian supermarkets that have all the authentic stuff. It was like, some of the stuff I've got from there has been fantastic. In which country is the city of Auckland? Do we know? It's in New Zealand, of course. Just down there, off the side of Australia. Lots of you getting that one, and lots of you missing it. Question number 17. Steady saying, dang it, I knew 2 of these geographies. That never happens. Which doctor had a dog called K9? Was that Dr. Dolittle, Dr. Evil, Dr. Frankenstein, or Doctor Who? Was, of course, Dr. Dolittle. We're getting loads of Asian supermarkets. It's great. I get miso in bulk for cheap. Yeah, I get loads of fish food as well from them, like clams and things like that. Loads of good, like, fresh seafood. It's great. Yeah, Zenny, the first one was Golden Great Bridge. You've probably got that too. I did say, where's Zenny? I've minimised the amount of geography questions and made them easy just for her. Right, question 18. What type of fish is Brian? I'll let you read the options. Brian, get into the picture. There you go. You've been talked about. He was, of course, an Ophthalmus gourmet. It annoys me that it's still technically gourami, but it's spelt differently. But anyway, it's that one. He's one of them. Question number 19. Penultimate question of the evening, peeps. Cervine refers to which animal? Is it deer, buffalo, badger, or voles and stoats? It was, of course, deer. So some people have been missing out on these ones. So Juggler missed that one. I can't remember if he missed the last one or not. I don't want to look at the total standings because you never know. Final question. Is it going to be tight? Who knows? Is someone trying to promote? Someone trying to promote some crypto? Have I been hacked again? Bear with me, people. Just a wee second. I want to make sure we're all above board. How many views have I got on this? No, we've not got 7,000 viewers. Let's do a quick check. Seems okay. We're okay. Imagine getting hacked midstream, yeah, that'd be quite the thing, wouldn't it? Right, final question. Linonophobia. Fear of what? Straight lines, string, pencils, or sneezing? But anyway, to answer your question, Liona Bot Richer, no, I haven't. And you can fake off. How do we make her fake off? There you go. You've been faked off. As Tommy says, lino is Greek for string. You're right. It was indeed string. Let's see how we've done. In third place, we've got Tommy. In second place. Second place is Juggler. But in first place, Fat Kids Win at Seesaw. Oh, what happened at the end, Juggler? It all went horribly wrong. How did that happen? 81,000 points versus 74,000 points. Close at the top. Right. I'm going to fire up my app and take some live. Save that. Bit live spreadsheeting before we get back to the normal quiz. So, downloads. This is the little app that I've built here that will take an image and convert it into a spreadsheet for me. Slowly. I don't need the rank. I'll just take the players and the points. And it will create another spreadsheet all the way over here. So I'm going to take those, copy that. We're on week 2, aren't we? So stick that in there. Da, 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 da. We only get one Stevie P. Have we only got one of everyone? Yeah. Okay. So you need an extra 3,000 points. So we'll give you that. Lee needs an extra 3,000 points. So we'll give you that. Applegal gets an extra 3,000 points. Give you that. Anyone else a member that I've missed out? Adam, I'm assuming that's you, Adam. 56. That takes you up to 60. Any other members? Shout now. Make yourself known. The poll says Tommy can keep his points. So I won't take your points off, Tommy. So that's the points. That means August looks like this. Juggler is still on top. 150,000 points, 544. Fat Kids win at Seesaw, 143. SGH, 118. Error 404, 114. PvP is 5th. And then you can see up to 10th place how it's going. The trick is usually to ignore what you think the answer is and guess, what does Graham think the answer is? He's not wrong. I don't believe I get the extra points. I'm not a hero member. I'm just a regular. No, all members get 3,000 points on this one. It's the hero members that get the extra life on the eliminator, which is the quiz that's coming up next. I did do a member check, so these are all the members. So Adam, Zenny, and Mickey are the heroes this month. The rest are all regular members. I think. Oh no, Stevie P needs more points. Stevie P. I gave you points. That's fine. Error 404 member. Nope. I think we're good. I think that's right. Anybody has any issues with any of these things, by all means, email me. Whatever. It's fine. We will sort it out afterwards. I think it might be quite rare, it might not be, but I'm quite happy to have my flaws pointed out to me. I'm acutely aware I have many of them, and I'm kind of fine with it. I'm the type of person that if I ever was to screw up and get cancelled or whatever, I wouldn't make an apology video. Well, I might make an apology video, but I wouldn't make an apology video where I try to justify whatever it was. I'd be like, yeah, sorry, I got that wrong. I get things wrong. It kind of just happens. Woot, thanks. You're more than welcome. I don't know how much 3,000 points would do when I didn't get any other points, but for the cumulative part, I'd like my points. Well, technically, you were here in spirit. So go on then. We'll stick Zenny McGinger in there. Not happening. So did you get points from... Yeah, there you go. There's your 3,000 points in the week 2. I don't know if it's moved you up. Oh, no, you've made it into the top 10. Somebody's been kicked out because of that. But that's just a one-off just for you, because if you don't turn up, you don't get your points. Normally. Juggler thinks she should get 3,013. I'm tempted to just give you 13. If you win by 13 points. I mean, you have won once before with like less than 10 points, I'm pretty sure. We might have to have a recount. You never know. Right. We have reached that point where we're past the halfway point. I always say it's the halfway point, but we're way past that. Tommy says, BRB, got to go pick up tamales. You have to pick up tamales. Didn't know you were that way inclined. I know it says tamales, but you know. I'm on there twice. Are you? Okay, we'll have a look at that. You are indeed. Your Mountainous Plateau 475, Mountainous Plateau 475 with different ones, which has not added you up. Right, I'll sort that out. So you'll be much higher up. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. Fine, no problem. Graham, editor Graham, talking to you now on a Sunday or a Saturday. Sort that out. Versatile, hello, says, can we get some more budget aquascape videos? By all means. What, is that your kind of thing? Do you like that sort of thing? Anyone else? I mean, I am a man of the people. Whatever you think I should do, I will do. I'll show you my little book that I keep of ideas and videos that I'm about to make. So obviously we have a new tank coming up. So this tank is being replaced by a 7-foot tank. I hope it's going to turn up in the next couple of weeks. Zero contact still, but it should turn up in the next few weeks. So we're going to have to build a stand for it, get it in here, set it up. I don't know that they'll all be distinct videos, but there might be one video covering all of that. Pardon me. I've been accumulating free stuff from Temu. So if you buy enough stuff from Temu, you eventually get offered loads of stuff for free if you buy more other stuff from Temu. So I've bought stuff that I actually need or want, and I've accumulated loads of freebies basically. So I'm going to have lots of Temu stuff coming. I've got some of it still to come. So there's going to be another Temu video coming. So tank build, 1 or 2 videos, Temu video, at least 1 video. I've got another mega tank video that I had in the works. I've got a follow up to my free plants video with some extra bits. Is it getting planted with the trimmings? It is not getting planted with the trimmings. So the new tank for these guys will not be a planted tank because it's going to have silver dollars and this twat in it who all eat plants. So it will be a hardscape only tank. But I do have loads of... So one of the things I was trying to promote earlier in the week was my Discord server. Up there. There you go. It has a plant trimmings exchange channel. So I've got loads of plant trimmings for exchange at the moment. A couple of people have taken me up on the offer, but I still have at least 2 big massive bundles to go. So if you want some plant trimmings, get in touch. Can we get an update on the viewer's choice tank? What's the viewer's choice tank? Was that was the African tank that no longer exists, surely? No? Oh, I don't know. Yes, I can very much relate to those videos. Well, do I have my book? I have a little book down here because I work down here. I spend most of my time down here. Every now and again, I'll be like, oh, that's a good idea. What I should do is have kind of a digital thing, but I have a little book that I write ideas in. And one of the ideas was a freebie tank. So trying to get a tank for free off Facebook Marketplace or whatever. I've done a really cheap version of this before, but I thought, well, I'm going to try and do a freebie version where I try and get a free tank, I try and get some free gravel, I try and get some free plants to see whether or not I can make an actually nice tank out of free stuff. And then freaking MD Fish Tanks makes a budget fish tank thing. So if I made that now, I'd just be accused of copying him exactly. But that was one of the things I was thinking about. So if you do like that kind of thing, he has made a video about budget stuff fairly recently. So go and check that out. It's quite good. Oh, it's quite hot in here. Hang on. There we go. FYI, if I click the link to the quiz, I get to see the full results. Did Elaine at number 11 get her points? Elaine. Oh, where's Elaine? Elaine, 33,150. Elaine, 33,150. Yeah. No? I think so. I mean, I will do a proper check of this when I'm not also live streaming and drinking beer. It didn't combine my 2 weeks either. It didn't. That's because you used a capital P last week and a small p this week. But I'll sort that out. Don't worry. Brian is asking, where's my beer? Right there. Brian's teetotal. He probably just not got any food lying around here. Sorry, you're poop out of luck. He had a big feed today. He'd be fine. I'm kind of looking forward to getting his new tank in here and rejigging everything. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I sneezed so hard I went out of focus. Give him a treat now. Okay. Find some. That's the mussels I forgot I was defrosting earlier. Right. 1:30. We are going to do the eliminator now. Everyone's favourite quiz. I apologise in advance. That's all I'm going to say this week. This is either going to be really easy and everyone's going to get 10 points, or it's going to be impossible and everyone's going to go out in question 3. I can't tell which way it's going to go. But for those of you who like to scan the scanny thing, that's the scanny thing. For those of you who prefer a link, I will put the link in. And I will change it to the pinned link. Because I know how to do that now. That is not what she said. Who? Oh, I've confused myself. Easily done. I seem to be a bit out of camera tonight. So you get me and Brian in the little camera down here. So as you can see, tonight's theme is for the eliminator is I only have eyes for you. What on earth could that mean? So the eliminator, the premise behind the eliminator is 10 questions, increasing in difficulty. I don't know about that tonight. If you answer them all correctly, you win a prize. The prize might be me sitting here going, well done. Or if only one person wins, you might get some stickers or something. But if you get them all right, you win. And tonight's theme is eyes. Animal eyes. So it's going to be close-ups of animal eyes. You're going to get 4 choices. And you just have to pick the right animal, basically. Simple as that. Sounds simple. Is simple. It's either going to be really easy or really difficult, and I can't tell which. So, I may never financially recover from this, but let's have a go. We've got 9 players in. Any more for any more? Pardon me. Quiz about potatoes, different kind of eyes. Unanimous legislation? No. Right, 10 of you are in. I think that means we're ready to go. I'll start the countdown, but if you want to get in, I think you have 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Do it faster. So the format will be, what animal is this? And you have to guess. So, for instance, what animal is this? Is it a cat, a pigeon, a snake, or a stingray? If you get it wrong, you still get to play, so you can play it around to the end. Any of the hero members, of which I think there's only Zenny and Adam tonight, you get a free life, so you're allowed to get one wrong. You can still win the prize. What animal is this? You all thought it was a cat. It was a cat. So therefore, everybody's still in. Skinzarno has turned up and changed his name from Still No Stickers to Skinzarno. But yes, we got it. Everyone happy? Understand? Know what we're doing? Good. Question number 2. What animal is this? A chimpanzee's eye, a snake's eye, a crocodile's eye, or a gecko's eye? So I've tried to make them go from easy to hard, but I don't know if it's worked. We'll see. Someone's got this wrong, so we're losing somebody on question 2. Because most of you thought that this was a crocodile. Somebody thought it was a snake, though. It was a crocodile. Oh, did we shame the person that got that one wrong? We don't have to, because I drew such attention to you last time for welcoming you back, and you're already out. You've lost Skinzarno. I thought that was a snake. I mean, I get it. Yeah, but it wasn't. Question number 3. What animal is this? An owl, a frog, a goat, or a whale? Silence in chat. Everyone's engrossed. What do we think? I know what the answer to this one is, and even I had to go, well, that could be a... I think it's easily not a goat or a frog, or a whale, but it could be a frog. Or an owl. Oh, you all thought it was an owl. It was an owl. Of course it was. We lost nobody at that one. 9 survivors go into question number 4. What animal is this? A rabbit, a seal, a swan, or a chimpanzee? This one started to get a little bit trickier. See, I just said that this one started to get a little bit trickier, but I think everybody's got it right. I guess it's, compared to the other options, a little bit easier. Rabbit, seal, swan, chimp. 100% gone for chimp. It is 100% is chimp. See, this is what's making me think this is now too easy, and I've underestimated the difficulty level. But we'll carry on regardless. Question number 5. This is where they traditionally start to get a bit harder. But let's see. What kind of animal is this? That's a parrot, a mouse, a tiger, or an emu. Or if you're American, an emu. This one's quite easy. This should have been question number 4, surely. What animal is that? Oh, somebody went with emu. It's a parrot. We've got 8 survivors. 2 eliminated. Who did we lose? We lost Lee. Oh dear. Lee went with emu. Question number 6. What animal is this? Is that a sheep, a horse, an eagle, or a human? What I will say as well, that as we go on, some of the photography here is amazing. Sheep, horse, eagle, or human? Oh, a bit of diversity on this one. 6 horses, 3 sheeps. It's a horse. We've got 6 survivors. We lost Juggler on that one and Stevie P. Both out. Yeah, that one was a horse. Question number 7. What animal is this? Stingray, a goat, a camel, or a bear? A weird looking eye. Quite similar to the last one a little bit, I guess. Three goats, 5 camels. It was a camel. Maybe I should have separated horse and camel because they're quite similar, I think. But we're down to 4. We've lost a good few people this one. So we lost Adam on that one, Rebecca on that one, leaving us just with Fat Kids When It's Seesaw, Apple Gal, Zenny McGinger, and Error 404. Question number 8. What's this? Is that... Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm pausing that because that was set to 10 seconds and it should have been set to 30. I'm going to reset it to 20 because we've had a good few seconds. But is that a snake, an iguana, a frog, or a lion? What do you think that is? Oh, a bit of a spread on this one. Nobody thinks it's a lion. But 2 snakes, 2 iguanas, 3 frogs. It was a snake. I think you can kind of just start to see the scales there. Yep, that was a snake. 2 people got that one right. Are they still in? They're not. Only 1 survivor so far. You have Zenny McGinger on her own. This was actually worked out quite well. I thought there'd still be like 12 people in at this point. So, Zenny, you have 2 questions left to see if you can make it through and win the Survivor Eliminator. That's what it's called. Question number 9. What is this? Hang on, pausing that again because I've done that same thing again. You're going to get more time, don't worry. Is this a snake, a hawk, an anteater, or a gecko? We've got some snakes. We've got some hawks. We've got some geckos. It was, in fact, a gecko. Is that one a bit too easy? See, I didn't know which ones were hard and which ones were easy. Then he's in. Oh, just have like a tension music here. That's not tension music. Because this is
electrifying
and
exciting,
some might even say
unreal.
Anyway, last question. How are we going to do? Good luck, everybody, or Zany. Question 10. What animal is this? A gorilla, an ant, a hippo, or a sloth? Gorilla, ant, hippo, or sloth? Not Jar Jar Binks, Adam. No. Oh, only two of them. 4 went for hippo, 2 went for sloth. Nobody going for ant or gorilla. Rightly so, because it was a hippo. Was Zenny one of the people? We have a winner. That makes me think Zenny was one of the people. 10 out of 10. Even if she hadn't got that one right as a hero member, she would have won the prize. Zenny McGinger getting 10 eyes out of 10. Knows her animal eyes. What more can we say about that? Well done. Extra round of applause, just for that. You now had 4 rounds of applause tonight. Hope you feel humbled. Congratulations. I thought that was solid. I thought that was really hard. And I knew what most of the answers were. I don't know if I'd... Maybe if I'd... Do you think you would have gone for chimpanzee? Because I thought that last one looked like a chimpanzee. I thought it was so chimpanzee-like that if I had made chimpanzee one of the options, everyone would have got it and went, "Oh, Graham, you bloody cheat," etc. It did not look like a hippo to me. Anyway, looked like a hippo to Zenny. That's all that matters. We have a winner. So you will immediately-ish get a prize. Ish. No, I have a whole new sticker pack. Maybe I'll send you that. I don't know. Before Christmas. Who knows? Chimps have human eyes. I know, but it looks like a... Chimps don't have exactly like human eyes, and it looks a little bit like a, oh, it's too sunny, so I'm just shutting my eye. No, I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I think we have established that I am an idiot, so maybe that's where we went wrong. I don't think I wrote the quiz, and I don't think I would have got 10 out of 10. Right. One thing I do want to do, I want to go on Stevie P's channel and see if I can find a video that talks about 60 seconds to understand the difference between lights and see if it does what it says on the tin and actually makes me understand. But unfortunately, Stevie P has 10,000 shorts and it may be a wee while to find it. So rather than you all watch me try to find that, if any of you know what video that is, send me the link and I'll watch it and we can all watch it together. Then I can lose the 13 pence of ad revenue that I would have got. I don't know why, but this one made me laugh.
Hail Hydra.
Sorry, that tickled me. That was quite good. He'll get you a subscription to a geographic map. Oh, there's an idea. Buy you an atlas. Scroll until you see the light spectrum diagrams. Scroll until you see the light spectrum diagrams. Scrolling. Oh, you don't have that many. So I've obviously just missed the light spectrum diagrams. Okay, hang on. Is it called Surprising Upgrade from the Fluval 3.0 with 14,000 views? 14,000 views? I'm going to assume it is.
Fancy lights are not just for reef keepers. I just transformed my 90-gallon planted rainbow fish tank with the Weak Aqua P1200 light, which is the same price as the two Fluval 3.0 lights I've been using and loving for the past several years on this tank. So what's so special about this new light? The spectrum. Most aquarium plant LEDs are advertised as full spectrum, every color together to create the bright white light to sort of mimic the sun. In theory, sounds great, but when you put that lighting over water, you lose absorption of certain colors. That's why, depending on the arrangement of LEDs and the height of your tank, some lights look more yellow or more blue underwater. But lights like this Weak Aqua or ADA Chihiro's Twin Star, they put more emphasis on the red, blue, and green spectrums as well as UV to compensate for the inherent limitations of your cheaper LEDs. And a narrow spectrum bandwidth light like this will not only showcase the true colors of your plants and fish, but also bring out the best in your plants as they grow. Whether you think this is worth the price tag is a matter of debate, but what it'll do for your plants is not. Fancy lights are not.
Okay, yeah, I get that. We're going to watch it one more time.
Not just for reef keepers. I just transformed my 90-gallon planted rainbow fish tank with the Weak Aqua P1200 light, which
in my research, as much as it was, Weak Aqua was the other one that was also mentioned alongside the Cheerios. Or we're about to find out how to actually say that.
Which is the same price as the two Fluval 3.0 lights I've been using and loving for the past several years on this tank. So what's so special about this new light? The spectrum. Most aquarium plant LEDs are advertised as full spectrum, every color together to create the bright white light to sort of mimic the sun. In theory, sounds great, but when you put that lighting over water, you lose absorption of certain colors. That's why, depending on the arrangement of LEDs and the height of your tank, some lights look more yellow or more blue underwater.
So, the Fluval 3.0 got lots of complaints about looking more yellow. And in my video, I said, I think the 4.0 doesn't look yellow, but I don't have a 3.0 to compare it to, so maybe it's my blind eyes and I'm just not good enough. I don't know. So, if thick brain trying to absorb that information, does that mean that the visible light that the fluvals, etc., are trying to create are mimicking the reds, the greens, and the blues, which gets lost as you try and get through water, whereas the actual RGBs are red and green and blue, and they permeate the water better? Would that be right?
But lights like this Weak Aqua or ADA Chihiro's Twin Star.
Chihiros. Hang on.
Underwater. But lights like this Weak Aqua or ADA Chihiro's Twin Star, they put more emphasis on the red, blue, and green spectrums as well as UV to compensate for the inherent limitations of your cheaper LEDs. And a narrow spectrum bandwidth light like this will not only showcase the true colors of your plants and fish, but also bring out the best in your plants as they grow. Whether you
Yeah, that kind of makes sense to me, but what's not making sense to me is those Fluval ones aren't that narrow bandwidth, but it does look good to me. It looks so much better than anything else that I've got, but it's just, does that mean that everything else I've got is also shit? Oh, I don't know. I'm not often one for wowing at things, but that was such a big difference to my mid-range Cruise and all that kind of stuff. Even the aqua skies, the plants, there was like a wow. I don't know.
If you think this is worth the price tag is a matter of debate, but what it'll do for your plants is not. Fancy lights are not.
I think I get where you're coming from now, and I kind of understand that. And one of the analogies I made in my video was that the other full spectrum lights that I've got now are good enough, whereas the Fluval is great. Would that be the same sort of analogy here, that the Fluval plant is good enough to grow plants well and make things look nice, but a Cheerios or a Weak Aqua would be great in comparison? So it's all kind of relative to what you're comparing it against. Does that make sense? Is that fair? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's yeah. That's it, really. Yes, true RGBs are just stronger reds and greens. Okay, well, yeah, yeah. Everything I've ever bought from Fluval and Huger has been top notch for me. As long as it's decent quality, the price doesn't really matter. Yeah, and it's not that I struggle with it, but the price to performance thing for me is key, because I am a cheapskate. I do like to spend as little as possible to get the result that I'm after, which flies in the face of some of the advice I give against the Fluval. Because the Fluval is more expensive just because it's a Fluval, and it is. It's true. I can't offhand think of a time I've bought a Fluval light rather than being given one. In fact, I can't offhand think of a time I've bought a light. One of the things people are very eager to send me over the years. So it has been a while that I bought it, but I know the Fluval Plant 4.0s are expensive. And that's the kind of thing I would research up the wazoo. Whereas if I think I could get, I'm going to spend 200 quid on a light, and I think I can get one that's going to be slightly better, I'm going to get the one that's slightly better. But at the same time, if I'm going to spend 200 quid on a light, I'm going to buy the one that's got a good warranty. So, you know, it's a difficult choice. And that's a very good point, as Steve says. I grow plants with a $10 LED. Yeah. My cheapest of cheap lights are growing plants quite well. So there is an element of just personal preference in there, probably. It's really just aesthetic preferences. With true RGBs, you can basically make whatever colour you want at equal intensity. And the Fluvals are more than enough for plant growth. They are, yes. They demonstrably are good enough. And for me, it was that whole... The thing that got me was the fact that I turned the new lights on and went... I never do sharp intakes of breath. Never do wows. So I imagine if I'd got like a Weak Aqua or a Cheerios and done the same test there, I'd have probably been like... I might be dead now. I could have choked on my own sharp inhale. Who knows? Yeah, it's interesting. I'm always interested by the things I don't know. Which could fill a book, let's be fair. Anyway, have we any more questions for the evening? We've kind of got to the end of the evening where we either start thinking about going for a pee or singing some songs. Does anyone have any preference either way? We have... How many people are left? Who have we not bored yet? Oh, we've managed to not bore 36 people so far. Aquatic Moose is still here. Can we do a silly song after party today? We can, yes. I've only had 3 beers tonight, so my bladder has space. What I need from you, though, is a style and a subject. What do you want to think about? What do you want to do about it? Steven says, I have a Cheerios, a Weak Aqua, a Fluval 3.0, a Fluval Aqua Sky, Cruise, Haggers, But so you're in the perfect position to speak from authority if you've got all those different versions. What I wanted to know was there seemed to be loads of people that were really happy with their Fluval 3.0s, and loads of people who had either upgraded from the 3.0s to a Chiherios or Weak Aqua, or chosen that instead of a 3.0, and they all had the same complaint. The complaint was it's not white, it's yellow. Everything's too yellow. Everything's got a tint, and I'm just not seeing that with the new Fluval things. And I know a lot of it will be marketing, but they've lent in heavily against the reference index, which is all about how close the color they claim it is to the color it actually is. Now, again, that's probably not done underwater. That's probably done out of water. So I don't know if that makes a difference either. And I don't have the nous or the tools to test a lot of these things. But to my eyes, if I put it on bright white, it looks bright white. If I put it on daylight, it looks like daylight. If I put it on a blue tint, it has a blue tint. Red tint, green tint, all those kind of things. It is strange that it's not RGB, that it doesn't have a green dial up or down, or do you know what I mean? That just, even to the uneducated, is a bit like, if I want to make it more green, I have to do maths. That's no fun. I don't know. Maybe they've just improved it a little bit with the 4.0 over the 3.0, and it's now good enough. Maybe that's what it is. After paying $200 for a Phoenix that was toast in under 2 years, it took me forever to buy another good one. I ended up with a remastered Reef Light, essentially, and I think it's too much light. Well, this one here is, again, it's a Fluval, but it's a Fluval Marine. Because at the time, that's what Fluval recommended to me for, all right, Brian, for a discus tank. They were like, well, if you've got a discus tank, you'd be better going with a marine tank and dialing it back. And if I look at the app for this, I mean, the app's a big thing as well, because it's so much better than the old one. But I'm currently at 50%. That's 50% brightness because it's just a bit too much. If I go all the way around, it's like, I know that the camera will be dimming that to a degree, but that is way bright. But that's what I mean about the colours. See here, there's red, there's light blue, dark blue, purple, and white. And I'm like, how do I adjust the green? Now, you can adjust the green, but it's not. Why is there not a green button? A lot of people think, oh, that's the green one, but it isn't. It's just the light blue. It doesn't. So that's a little bit frustrating. What about Dickhead Comment of the Week or a bagpipe P themed song? A bagpipe P themed. Now that you've mentioned the word P, I kind of need a P. But I did have an almost. The one I was thinking about making a Dickhead Comment of the Week. Let me see if I can find it very quickly, because it did make me think, I know that they're a subscriber and a long time commenter and all those good things. So I was about, I can't make you a Dickhead Comment of the Week, but see if I can find it. I said I can't make it and I'm about to make it, but there you go. This is where the search is going to let me down. Come on. You can do it. It's not going to happen, right? Let me see if I can find it a different way. Let me look at content. It was a video. It was the video about how to cure blackbeard algae. Let's see, BBA. Search just isn't working at all. It's kind of weird, this running a YouTube channel. You'll have a video that you make years ago. I mean, this is one of them. So this is a video that I made November 2024. Let's see, get it up. And it got like 2,000 views when I brought it out, which is kind of fine for then. But in the last fortnight, it's had another 2,000 views. Like, where does that come from? Comments, let's find it.
They've crawled out from the rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the dickhead comment of the week.
So this is a video literally called Blackbeard Algae Away. And it's called, let me find the title. Title of the video is, oh, it's gone back to there. Was it? Lost it already. There it is. Destroy blackbeard algae with H2O2, otherwise known as hydrogen peroxide. Let's have a look at that video. We look at the comments and we look at the number one comment by Rick's Aquariums UK. Great video, mate. Look into hydrogen peroxide, food grade 3%. Works brilliant. I use it on my aquariums, including marine tank. It's a hidden secret, apparently. How do I show you the thumbnail of that video? The thumbnail of the video is literally me holding a bottle of hydrogen peroxide, food grade 3%. And the title of it is Get Rid of Blackbeard Algae Using Hydrogen Peroxide. Like, what? Have you fallen over? Rick's Aquariums UK. You had a bump to the head. So I had to reply to it saying, I'm literally holding a bottle of it in the thumbnail and I mention it in the title. I don't think that qualifies as a dickhead comment of the week, but it's damn close.
They've crawled out from the rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the dickhead comment of the
week. Right. If Blueval improved the colour of the customization, that would definitely be a good thing. I think they have, but again, I've not got anything to compare it against. The 4.0 is a good light, but for the price difference, the Cheerios is miles better. Can the song be about how Zen Ginger can rise above the #1 aquatic trivia player through dedication and sheer tenacity? You know what? I like that so much. Why is that not showing that comment? I like that so much. That can be exactly what it's about. Right, let's have a look. Blue valves for the more general aquarists, so it doesn't cater for much. I know, but some of the lights have like, I've got the Plant 4.0s. There's a 4.0 Pro. So that must be RGB, surely. I don't know if it is. Dickhead of the week has dropped. It has. The standard is definitely not there. Everyone's so nice these days because I think they think that they might turn up on Dickhead comment of the week. Scraping the barrel for Dickhead comment of the week. Yeah. We need another category for comments just to take the piss out of. Yeah, we should do that. But because I mean, dickhead comment of the week is it's got a little bit of bite. It's a little bit of Graham's, a little bit you wanker. Oh, I definitely didn't feel like that with that comment. I was just a bit like, what? Hello. My shop window is my thumbnail and title, and everything you've asked for is in the thumbnail and title. Right, so we want a song about how the Zen Ginger can rise above the #1 aquatic trivia player through dedication and sheer tenacity. What style did we say we were doing that in? There should be a prize for the comment that gets the best bite out. No, because I've noticed some from Mal and Brian and various other people who are just saying things to annoy me. But I'm like, what should I? No. Somebody mentioned this style earlier and I've lost it now. Silly song, after party. You can. We're going to have a pee break while we do this as well because it's now come on. No bagpipes. I am not a fan of bagpipes. Scottish as I am, I'm no bagpipe lover. So we had bagpipes a couple of weeks ago. No more. Club remix. There was another one there I saw. An Afro funk. Club remix with Afro funk. How weird do we want it? Do I want a man or a woman singing this? We're going to exclude country because it always goes country. I mean, I don't want it too weird, but I want it a bit weird. I'm going to call it Zenny's song. See what it does. You want a woman singing this time? Oh, I think I've already clicked it with. Oh, I didn't choose it. Might be a woman. We don't know. Oh, it sounds clubtastic. How do we see the lyrics? I've forgotten how this works now. Oh no. No, not that one. Sorry, bear with me, everyone. I can't remember how it works. Why is that not doing anything? No, it's not that. Right, I don't want to see the cue. We do want to see. I want to see the lyrics that it creates. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to play Zenny's song while I go for a pee.
trivia. Player through dedication and sheer tenacity. Song be about how the engine genders. Can rise to be the number one aquatic trivia. Player through dedication and sheer tenacity. Song be about how the engine genders. Can rise to be the number one aquatic trivia. Player through dedication and sheer tenacity.
I clicked the wrong button. So you have two options in Suno where you can either write lyrics where it will make a song with the lyrics you provide, or you can auto where it will make a song about a suggestion you make. That literally made a song going, song be about how the Zen Ginger Super Moderator. It did alright though, didn't it? I kind of quite like that. So we've tried it again with oh god, I've done it. Tried it again with it making its own version of the lyrics with that, but I've noticed there's been loads of stuff that's gone on. Landfish has joined. Can we see the tank you built for your daughter? No. It is 11:20 p.m. and my daughter is 13. If she's not asleep, she should be, and we're certainly not bringing the live stream to her room. One day, in another video, yes. Graham's probably jigging with it while he's trying to pee. No, I can't hear it upstairs. That's one of the... If it gets too late, I have to move to headphones. Otherwise, Missy the Adventures gets very upset with me and I get a phone call saying, "Are you fully clothed? Shut up." Sexy saxophone. Saxophone. Makes me want to go on a holiday. Right, so let's try Zenny's song version 1.1. What's the same beat?
In the shadow of the coral's glow, where trivia tides ebb and flow, she sharpened her mind like a blade. Every question, step she made, dedication burns a steady flame. Each tiny fact, she stakes her claim.
I'm going to fade that one out as we go to Zenny's song Mark II. See how that does.
Sharp as a bite. circles like a madman's prank. Questions float where answers the after party's what we crave. Underwater rebel misbehave. Fishy truth we can't enslave. A quiz for the bold who dare. What's the name of the spiky stare? Is it danger or just despair? Bubbles rise, a silent scream. Truth's a riddle in the stream. The after party's what we crave. Underwater rebels misbehave. Fishy truths we can't enslave. The eel slides with electric hate. Sharks grin wide, they know your fate. We're all just bait in this debate. Dion.
We're going to have one more effort at Zenny Pop. Let's see what happens with this one. Hey girl, hey boy. She's our DJ. Here we go.
Colors bending, breaking free. Red, green, blue, like a cosmic sea.
we're going to try Applegal's Better Fish. Let's see what we've got here. Trying to be all DJ.
The glass like a royal decree. A wag of your tail, you're summoning me. Your throne is a castle of bubbles and stones, but the crown you wear is all your own. Flakes in the water, you're dancing around. A greedy little king, you've claimed your crown. Hungry little king, always wants more. Treats in the tank you're living for. But when the gravel's stirred and the bubbles fade, your tiny world feels like it's betrayed. I scrubbed the glass, now you're giving me shade. Sulking in the corner, your pride's been played. Oh, the filter hums, it's your least favorite tune, but you'll forgive me by this afternoon. You're back to your throne, ruling the sea, begging for treats, it's your royal decree. Hungry little king, always wants more. Treats in the tank you're living for. But when the gravel's stirred and the bubbles fade, your tiny world feels like it's betrayed. Hungry little king, always wants more. Treats in the tank you're living for. But when the gravel's stirred and the bubbles fade, your tiny world feels like it's betrayed.
Join the Discord server. I will make sure you get links to download all these songs completely free. But we're going to finish the night off. Last song of the evening, probably. It's the second song. Good night, everyone.
You swim left, I drift right. Our worlds collide in moonlight. A ripple breaks the rules. Tonight, in forbidden waters, we dive so deep. A better and a guppy losing sleep. We're not supposed to, but it feels so sweet. Love's a current we can't defeat.
Your fins are gold,
Glass between us always clear.
But now you're closer than my fear.
In forbidden waters we dive so deep. A better and a guppy losing sleep. We're not supposed to, but it feels so sweet. Love's a current we can't defeat. The tank's too small, the stakes too high, but you're my ocean, I can't deny. We break the surface, touch the sky. They'll never know how hard we try.
You swim left, I drift right. Our worlds collide in moonlight. A ripple breaks the rules tonight.
In forbidden waters we dive so deep. A better and a guppy losing sleep. We're not supposed to, but it feels so sweet. Love's a current we can't defeat.
Your fins are gold, mine are blue. Opposites, but I'm drawn to you. They said don't, but we do, we do.
Glass between us always clear. But now you're closer than my fear.
In forbidden waters we dive so deep. A better and a guppy losing sleep. We're not supposed to, but it feels so sweet. Love's a current we can't defeat. The tank's too small, the stakes too high, but you're my ocean, I can't deny.
We break the surface, touch the sky. They'll never know
How hard we try.
One final song for everyone to say goodnight. Thank you very much for joining me. See you same place, same time next week. Bye.